Just got to go back on there. Reset the page. Right. There we go. Thank you. One day that will be easy for me.
Well, yeah, unless YouTube updates it. It doesn't seem to be quite.
And I keep forgetting because I don't do that many lives.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting.
But it's got to be YouTube because they probably haven't changed the settings so that when you flick it around,
Yeah.
it doesn't change modes.
That should be, it's probably the best it's going to get. Okay, now I will wait and see if anyone wants to watch. And I will stop listening to myself in. Alrighty. Done. Done that. Alright. I will just continue to fussy cut some flowers while I wait and see if anyone wants to. Okay. Anyone's there, just feel free to say hi so I know there's people there. Oh, hey Deb, how you going? Are we good? Yeah, we're good this time. This time we're right. Because I don't do enough lives, and with the iPhone, it's the way that you've sort of got to hold it on an angle flat, set up the whole video, and then like flip it up. Technology. I'm not great with technology, and that's why I always yell out to my husband. He's so much better. And Taylor's normally in here with me as a bit of tech support, but it's a nice, cool day, so she's in bed, probably watching a movie. Jen's in here with me, though, so feel free to say hi to Jen. Hi, Jess. How are you? I'm just doing some fussy cutting of some flowers, and I really don't think those ones are going to work. I'm having a play with my first layout that I'm going to do. Not a fan of those ones. I was fussy cutting some flowers because I've got some here. Actually, I've just got everything all over the place here. Been trying to get organised. So it looked like, Jen, people are saying hi. Deb and Jess have said hi.
Hi.
So my squeaky chair's still here. Now, if you hear an annoying bird in the background, and if it drives you crazy, rather than just clicking out of the video, let me know and I'll shut the window. Sound like a plan? Okay, what are we doing? I think we should probably wait and see if anyone else is going to pop on. There's quite a few people have said that this was a good time slot for them, so that's good. Okay. What were we going to do on this one? My babies. I've actually got enough stuff pulled out. Wouldn't mind hearing a bird from... Yes, trust me, Deb, when I tell you... Whereabouts are you from again? Refresh my... So many people tell me where they're from, and I'm hopeless at remembering. Some I have remembered, like people that have told me a few times, and I remember where they're from. I know there's a few from Canada. I don't know about that. Minnesota, okay. This particular bird, it's called a Mickey bird or a noisy miner. That's what it's called. And to say it's annoying, I'm not overly a bird person, but let me tell you, these birds drive me up the wall. They are nesting, and they just make this constant screech, and it just, oh. Jess, you're in Australia, aren't you? Annoying is the understatement. Absolutely. I'm trying to be polite. You know damn well what I'm thinking when this bird goes crackers. Oh. And because my craft room, my scrap room, my space is close, we don't have any, look, we don't have any trees in our yard, but the neighbours have trees, and I've got to say, which we're on a small block, so, you know, and these birds, they roost in this tree and they dead set do my head in, and they stir my dogs up. The magpies are fine. I know everyone overseas thinks of a magpie as, and even in Australia, magpies are, they can be really vicious, like absolutely. I remember watching these magpies. I actually have a Mama Maggie, and she comes here every year and she has her babies, and they have no issue. My dogs don't chase that particular family, and because they remember their environment and who's in it and who's nice to them, Maggies will swoop people that have, you know, thrown things at them and all the rest of it. But I don't have a problem with the magpies. But these noisy miners, wow, they do my head in. Absolutely do my head in. So, Chrissy, how you going? You made it. Yay. Awesome. I've actually got 3 pages that I can scrap on here today. I've organised myself in a way that I've managed to get 3. So that way I can scrap for a decent amount of time, and people can, because what time is it, Deb? What time is it where you are? So at the moment it's midday on Tuesday for us. My cute little kids. They were being so cheeky. That's Jen. That's Ange. They were being super cute. 9:30 p.m. Awesome. So that's not too late then. Maybe I should have started, maybe 11. I was thinking about 11, but because it's Anzac Day here, I didn't want to offend anybody by doing anything before midday. So I just got organised myself. Fledgling. Oh dear. Yep. Well, you know what? Survival of the fittest, hey? Is that where we go with that? So, it sounds horrible, but it's true. Okay, I should have changed the blade in my trimmer. Let's do that before we go much further. It's the one thing I hate doing, is swapping out my trimmer blades. But it's okay. I bought a heap of them when they were on. Not too bad. I'm disabled, not working. Yeah, you know what? I've got a lot of problems too, Deb. Don't you worry about that. I've got fibromyalgia. I've got rheumatoid arthritis. So today is a good day. You can see my hands are actually not too bad. They're not too puffy. So today's a good day to do some scrapping. Get rid of that. Nice new blade. Now, because I'm a Scrooge, I better check and make sure that is actually a new blade. Sometimes if my blades aren't... Yeah, that's what I thought. Sometimes I keep a blade when I think it's not quite as bad. But then I don't mark it, just in case I run out. Yeah, that's not a new blade. I'm pretty sure. No, that's not a new blade, Karen. Okay, where did I put them? They're right in front of me, and they're going to bite me if I put my hand on them. Where did I put all my blades? They're usually in here. Oh, they were in there, they were just behind. I prefer to buy these titanium ones. They seem to last a little bit longer. And as you can imagine, I do a lot. I have the same things. And a few more, yeah. Yeah. It's hard, eh? Some days are harder, but you know what? That's why I do what I do. Because, you know what? You gotta make lemonade out of lemons. You got lemons? Give it a good crack. Oh, I can't even get that in there. Go back in there, you. For this Fiskars trimmer, I like to buy the titanium blades because they last. They do actually. I did try it and to see which one was which, and it the titanium ones do last longer. So now I know that was a new blade, so I don't need to test it. Okay, let's do it. Lemons, not lemonade. Oh, lemon curd, yes. I've got a Thermomix and it makes the best curds and custards. I will be honest, I don't use it nearly as much as I probably thought I would when I bought it. I had it when I was young, when my kids were younger, it would have been good. But, oh well, get that on the big jobs. You get what you get when you get it, don't you? So, although Jen does like a good smoothie, don't you, Jen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Diane. How you going? Can I call you Di? I'm not sure if I can call you Di or Diane. Us Aussies, mate, we shorten everything. Quite often I'm responding to people when I respond to your comments, which I absolutely love. It makes my day when I get to speak to you guys via comments and whatnot. Either is okay. Awesome. Thank you. And when I comment to people, I think to myself, oh, are they like me? I don't care what you call me, quite frankly. I'm pretty easy like that. But some people are real sticklers and they need their name said and done in a, certain way. Okay, what am I doing here? This is where my plan is going. I'm going to do a little bit of mixed media on here. I'm going to pop. I got this one sheet and I absolutely love it. I don't want to cover it all up, but I did want to do a little bit of mixed media on this page. Hi, Ms. Get Inspired. Hi, Julie. How you going? Thank you so much for joining. Did you go to a dawn service today at all? We didn't actually go to a dawn service this year. But as you probably saw, you might have seen today's video. You may have seen it. That was from a few years ago. Quite a few, actually. But we used to go all the time. But not this year. Yeah. No, I didn't. We didn't go this year, but that's okay. We still think about them and we're positive and all that sort of thing. That looks really cute. Do you want to know, I literally, when I pulled this sheet out and then it was just sitting on the desk on everything. And then I pulled out these, because I'd half cut this one. This is the I think I just put it in the bin, Paige Evans Bloomin' Wild page 24, and I bought it. I always buy one so that I can fussy cut them, because that's what I prefer to do rather than buying all the ephemera. Now, what are we going to do? I think these, I want to keep it simple, but I really like these flowers. What are we going to do to them to make them look all pretty? What do you reckon? What do you want to see today? Jen is there. Yes. Hi, Jen. You want to say hi? Chrissy's just saying hi to you.
Hi.
Jen's actually scrapping at the other end. Can I show them your page so far?
Yeah, I was about to
Please.
add flowers and clovers down the bottom.
Okay, so she's done the border. So this is her page she's working on right next to me. So she's got her little inked border going, which is pretty cute. And now she's going through and I think she's doing some stenciling. Yep. Awesome.
Flowers and clovers down the bottom with the word clovers.
Excellent. I think I need to trim out that little bit.
Actually, I need to put these down first.
So is anyone doing any Anzac Day celebrating today? Like with family or anything like that? We personally aren't. That's why I thought it might be a good day for us to do a live. I thought that might work. That. I think we might need, you know what I might put on the back? Instead of using a modelling paste like this, let me pull my tray out. When I'm on a live, I can actually do this stuff. Because if I do this and it's in fast forward, it makes no sense. Okay, glazing medium. Extends, no, that's not what I wanted. Oh, I've got it in my hand. Okay, I've got texture paste and I've got transparent matte paste. I think we might go that. What do you reckon? So that way it sort of goes, barbecue here if the rain stays away. Yes, we've already had some rain this morning. When we were watching sunrise and they were at Currumbin, which they're at every year, and it was pouring rain. I felt so soft, felt so sorry for them. They're literally getting saturated, and it was blue skies here in Caboolture. There was nothing, and a ruler, sure. There you go. Yeah, and sorry, I got sidetracked then. And it was pouring rain on them, but it was blue skies here. And they were saying it's going to rain today. And I'm like, it's blue skies. I think they're dreaming. They weren't dreaming because it started pouring down rain later. So now I don't know that I want to, I'm not feeling distressing on this page. I don't think I want to distress it. I think I want to leave it kind of like that. My brain's ticking. Can you hear it? I'm trying to ink blend on my title. I think I need to find art glitter glue. Nuvo makes the colours bleed. Yes, that is another reason I absolutely love the art glitter glue. And I did try this one. I've given this a go. It's the Distress Collage Medium. And it's good if you're... I don't really like it as a glue as such. Like, it holds and it's got a good hold, but the art glitter glue, that's the one that I like personally. The Nuvo Deluxe is good, but not great. Well, no, see, I can't even say that because I do like... Hey, Cal, how you going? Glad you made it. I'm sort of feeling a little bit like the Nuvo, for me, it's good, but I prefer the instant stick of the art glitter glue. You don't get much time to make your mind up and do anything different, but move it or anything like that, but that's all right. Now, these are my stencils. These are the ones I bought from, it was on Amazon, and I just chucked them on a bookbinding ring, and they're really good. They're just marks, basically. I didn't want them to be... I wanted a set of stencils that were just marks and that I could add to it. Love the art glitter glue. I haven't used it on blended stuff, though. Yeah, it does. Look, it will... If you put it on some Distress Oxide, it will... Like, it's wet. It's a wet medium. So it's going to... It is going to, sorry, I'm trying to find this stencil that I had in the back of my head. Yeah, and when you wet it, it is going to, it's going to lift the product or lighten the product or make the product run. So any glue will do that. But if you use the art glitter glue and you put it down with purpose, that's it. It's fine. I find that it's not a problem at all. Second last one that I get to. Really? Actually, do it. Okay. We're live, so you can help me make the decision. I was thinking about, now remember, I'm going to have my flowers going around the edge like this. Do we want, because what I'm going to do is just make the pattern that I'm adding here for texture is just going to be in a transparent matte. What do you reckon? 1 or 2? One or 2. Let's have a vote on it. Oh, or maybe 3. No, I don't think that. 2? What did I say? 1, 2. That's 2, isn't it, Jess? The flowers? I think 1. Well, that didn't help me. Now I've got 1, 1 and 1, 2. Oh, a 2 under the flowers. Yep. That's the one that I pulled out to start with. I think the circles. See, I do have some notes next to me. I did plan a little bit this time. I have my little notes. This is me sort of, I don't follow sketches, but when I want to do a video or whatever, I just sort of, that's it. So I do have a bit of a plan, but I also want to involve you guys. You want to come along for the ride and learn what I'm doing, see how easy it is. Then maybe you might get some yourself. Place my order today for some more design team stuff with Crazy Craft Obsession. Those guys are amazing. If you guys, I'm gonna plug them because just is what I'm gonna do. These guys are fantastic. And I know I harp on about them, but they really are. They've reached out in such a way, and they are really, really nice, genuine people. And it's kind of good to have people like that in business. I think it's fantastic. Okay, why is that swelling? Sorry, change mine. Flowers, thought it was 1. Okay, so we're doing this one, aren't we? We're doing the flowers? Yep. I think we're doing the flowers. Pretty sure we're doing the flowers. Now, actually, to make this easier on myself, what I'm going to do is sort of mask off. Nah, let's live Captain Risky. Okay, now I've ripped that off. I'll save it. Let's live Captain Risky, hey? Yes. Awesome. So how's everyone's weeks been so far? Good? Hope so. We had a really busy weekend because my father-in-law hasn't been great, unfortunately, poor darling, but it's all good. It's all good. And what else did we have this week? Angela and Jennifer had their Anzac Day thing at school yesterday. Had to wear their formal uniform, which, you know, kids love wearing skirts past their knees these days. But you know what? I think it's all good discipline to learn. I'm just trying to put a super, super thin layer of this transparent gel down, because it's just going to add a tiny bit of interest in the background. See what I mean? But I am going to do some, because the title's going to go on there. So I think we do one over here. Glue, you need glue.
Yeah.
You can use that glue if you like.
Yeah.
Distress Collage Matte Medium. That's what it's called. Jen's just asking Mine keeps freezing and repeating. Why is it doing that? Yeah, I just noticed YouTube's actually been giving me a bit of grief with my loading up and unload, and I've had to unload videos and load them back up and all that sort of bizzo. Driving me a little bit nuts lately, but I persevere. I have to learn not to try and load up 3 or 4 videos in one hit. You know, that kind of would help, I guess. I mean, I have a new MacBook, so is it a MacBook? Yeah, MacBook Air. So it's not really that. Oh, that's really pretty. You know what? To heck with it. Some's good, lots must be better, right? So, what if, because this is going to go in the background. No. Absolutely. Not that one. For the glue, you mean? Yep, that one. So we are going to just put this. Now, with all mixed media, always remember, you're going to cover some of it up. Is there anything you want to see me do today? I know there was I was talking to Kathleen last night, and she wants to start with some mixed media, but isn't too sure where to go or what she might like. Is there anything that you want to catch the replay? Okay. Sorry, guys. It's not glitching out at my end for now, but oh, I can see what it's doing. Okay. Lots is always better. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Do I want to go over the whole thing? Yeah, why not? It's transparent. We'll see. It's not like I'm going over it with black. Da-na-na-na. So if there's anything that you want to see me do live, so it's not sort of in hyperspeed, let me know. I'm happy to do that. Okay. Just going to take it to there. This stuff spreads like butter. It's so smooth. It's fantastic. And you can colour this stuff with anything. Good job. So you can use the watercolour pencils. You can use ink. You can use... I actually used alcohol ink on this the other day, and it actually worked. So I thought that was pretty cool. Right. Come here, Mr. Stencil. Now, today I actually prepared early, and I got myself a tub of water to stick my stencil in so I don't have to run away. Smart. Okay, the good thing about this paste is you've got time to remove a little bit. That's too late. You can't remove anything there. But I think it's working. There we go. So the stuff I used was the Ranger's Texture Paste Transparent Matte. So it's not really that expensive, and because you don't use much when you're doing your layout. So, oh, that looks pretty cool. Okay, put that in the water. Now, while that's drying, I'm going to do something with, I'll pop that out of the way for a minute, because I want to make these look a little bit more special. Let's make them look a little bit better. You know what I like at the moment? I mean, I love anything with sparkle, but this Nuvo paste is so pretty. So, so, so pretty. All I want to do, I'm really keen to watch mixed media stuff. I'm very structured and it scares the heck out of me. It scares the heck out of you. Well, you know what? I'm more than happy to make a big mess to show you that nothing that water can't fix. A little bit of water. That'll fix it. let's pull out the watercolor pencils, because I find these colors blend really, really good. So these guys, I'm thinking what I will do is add a little bit of watercolor pencil. I want them to be, believe it or not, a little bit brighter. So this is super duper simple. Anyone could do this. Even you could pull this off, Kel. Come on. You know you could. Where is my... Better move my photos or they'll get wet for sure. Do have a bit of water there. And now don't use too much water. Just a little bit, just to add some extra, just tone on tone, but it'll just add a little bit more brightness to them. And then I can come in later with liquid pearls and on my little blingy bits. And see, I've just added a tiny bit extra to it. You're gonna yell at me. I bought all the watercolor pencils a month ago, but I've... Oh, Deb, give it a go. They're so much fun. They can just... They literally are so easy. And the thing that I store them in, when I sharpen them, I've just gone through and I've done this, and hopefully the glare's not too bad there. And I've literally got them stored in these little tiny makeup containers, and then you can add that to texture paste or that transparent paste we just used. Anything at all, you can use it like that, and you can use it as a paint. So I think they're fantastic. I apologise, someone's decided they're going to rev their motorbike now. Oh well, get that on the big jobs. That's all right. You know what? You know what, guys? You think it's going to be really hard, but you know what? How do you eat an elephant? One step at a time. The first thing you try is probably not going to work out perfect, but you started. And like, look at this. You can literally brighten things up. It's just think of it as a colouring pencil. That's all you've got to think of it as. So I'll show you a different way. So that you saw me just colour it in like that, right? Flip side, you can do this. So I've got a piece of plastic here that's still left over from yesterday's video. And these are the shavings of this watercolour, right? Watercolour pencil. Grab a little bit of shaving out, put it down. And instead of using it as a colouring in pencil, when I get the lid back on, instead of using it as a colouring in pencil, just get your water and dab it, mix it up, and then you've got a watercolour paint. So you can literally, with this, I'm keeping it really bright, so I'm not adding lots of liquid to it. But once you mix it together, then you can just literally paint it on like a watercolour paint. That uses more water to do it that way. That's why on this particular project I was doing it the other way. But you can use it like that. The next thing you can do with it is, I don't want to waste my yellow. Give me a second and I'll just use that. So you get the same results. You can use it, depends if you want to use it as a solid thing or if you want to just paint it on like that and give it extra texture. And for me, something I want to start focusing on for you guys is creating texture but without the bulk, because as you all probably saw the other day on the Facebook group, I am going through albums and it's just crazy. It's insane. I don't know how I'm going to keep up with it all. So that's something. Let me see. Seems like my neighbours too, yeah. Julie would be keen to watch more with distressed crayons. Yep, I do have distressed. I literally just grabbed them off the shelf, distressed crayons. So I can do something with that. I'll do something with just, how about we use distressed crayons on the next layout that I do here live today? How about that? So I'll leave them on the table and we'll use distressed crayons. So what else are we doing? I plan to swatch them all, similar to how you've done it. Yes, that is, honestly, that is the easiest thing. I just grabbed a piece of watercoloured cardstock. This is the cardstock that I use all the time. I was going to use the watercoloured stuff, but something that Tim Holt says all the time is you use the substrate that you're going to use your product on the most. So for me, the thing I use the most is the 12 by 12 flat white Poppy Crafts cardstock. So that's what I did this on, just so I know exactly what it's going to look like on that product. And it's so simple. And all I did, you can literally see what I've done there. I've literally just scribbled it and then just got some water on a brush and just gone like that and diluted it out to see sort of the spectrum of the colour that I've got. It is so much fun. So much fun. So I'm just, these flowers that I cut out, these were on paper number 24 from Bloom and Wild Paige Evans collection. But I wanted these to be a little bit, the mustard ones were mustard. They weren't sort of bright yellow. This one's got a yellow one on it. Yep. So add this in here. That works. Now I've coloured all the yellow bits. Now the other thing is with your colours on here, while it's on there, grab a bit of liquid, bit more liquid, and then you can do anything with that. You can splotch it down, you can, I'll just do it on here because, you know, it's close. And if you just wait a second, it will absorb into the paper and you'll get a nice watercolour look. And because these are so pigmented, it really will stand out. So you can create so many different looks with it. They are, honestly, I think they're magic. I love them. Absolutely love them. I know there's other watercolour pencils out there, and I do have other brands. I do. Oh, hi, Tony. You turned up. How are you? I was hoping I'm hoping that I get a few people pop on and have a look and say g'day. So now I've wet my paper pad. But anyway, that's all right. Now, what else was I going to do? There was another blue here. I like that blue, but these leaves look like they could do with a little bit of extra zhuzh. So, and these pencils, they're pretty heavy. They're awesome. And don't be afraid to, the other thing is too, Deb, don't be afraid with your pencils to just go in. Like, look how much, you've seen how many layouts I've used these on. And I've also got all these shavings in here. And it's barely, I haven't even barely touched the surface of them. So, you know, don't be afraid. I know it's an expensive product, like it is, and it is. It's an investment. I will give it that. I might do. It is an investment, and I'm really glad I took the plunge and did it because I really like them. I really do. So the plan today, guys, for the people that have just popped on, I've got myself 2 or 3 layouts that I can do, depending if people are still interested or if they've got to go, got family commitments or whatever. I've got 3 layouts that I can do. And I'm just going to play with some mixed media. At the moment, I'm just colouring up some of these flowers, just more to the colour tones that I want them to be. And there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't, it's your product. Once you've bought it, you can do what you like with it. If you want to colour it up a little bit differently, and instead of it going towards the reds or whatever, you can do it this way. Time is always my problem. Yes. Okay. So do you want me to show you? So this particular layout is going to come together super quick, like really quick. It's not going to take forever. All three of these layouts, I mean, if you saw my Anzac page this morning, you'll know that yesterday was a pretty hardcore video. It took a lot of time, but, okay, are we dry? I'm not sure what will happen if I turn my heat tool on. I don't want to deafen you, but I'm about to turn it on, okay? Just to dry it off so we can keep going. Apologies, tell me if that's really bad. Oh, you're back, Chrissy. Awesome. Oh, 4 a.m. Wow. There we go. That's dry enough to keep going. So that's good. Now, I don't know. I don't really want to rough up the edges on this one. Believe it or not, this particular layout, I don't want to rough up. So I'm going to attach this down, because sometimes your layouts, they don't have to be layered and layered and layered and layered. Sometimes that's what you want, sometimes it's not what you want. I apologize for the school bell. It's going to keep going off because even though school's not in today, the bell's still going. So apologies if you hear that. Yes, that is a school bell here in Caboolture. Cannot believe that that is in fact a school bell. It sounds like the cavalry are coming. It's crazy. Not too sure who thought that was going to be a smart move near a war veterans home, but literally next to the war veterans home. Especially on Anzac Day. Like, it just, to me that just blows my mind that they do that. But anyway, each to their own. All right, line it up. As I say all the time, I can't put my head over the top of it or I'll be in the shot. It's not perfect, but nobody is. That's the easiest way to get it as close as you possibly can to oh yeah, it's the 6-week holidays. Oh, it's raining again. The 6-week holidays, they turn it off, but unfortunately, days like today, they don't have it turned off. Now, which way was I doing it? I think it was the way, wasn't it? Yes, that's the way I had it. Now, I think we need a little bit more. See how there's a little bit of writing and stuff on there? I think we need to do some more marks. What do you reckon? That's how it should be. That way. Let's add some extra Nah, we don't want splats. Let's just do some. I love these. These stamps I've been using a lot lately. I really like them. They're the Finnabair Prima clear stamps, and this one is Secret Notes. I am going to plug Cass again because that's where I get them from, and they're only $4.50. Like, and you only need 1 or 2 of them, and they work a treat. So I haven't cleaned that off from the last time I used it, and I do not know what ink I used on it, so I will clean that before I go near my Distress Oxide inks, because we don't want to trash those at all. I think this one may have been, this is cleaner, by the way. This is a it's an archival product, and it's an ink cleaner, and you can literally clean your stamps off so easily with it. And it's a good idea to do this when you're chopping and changing different mediums on a stamp, whether you use Distress Oxides, Distress Inks, VersaFine. I use the VersaFine Onyx Black ink, but I don't know whether this was StazOn or if it was, or the archival. I wasn't too sure what it was, but I do know I do not want it contaminating my oxide ink pads. So, gee, the rain's coming down now. Okay, now what I'm going to do is very quickly put some paper towel down. I go through paper towel like there's no tomorrow because I'm trying to create videos quickly. So I pretty much create a video once, at least 1 a day, sometimes 2. If I'm super switched on, I can crack out 3. But now, some stamping. These guys here are looking like a very light brown. So, because these are nice and bright, I'm just chucking these on at the moment because I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to put them. But if I do something like that, I literally just chuck them on there. Something like that. And then we bring in the photographs. Now, the title that I've made for this, oh, I didn't plan that too well, did I? Hold on a minute. My chair is squeaking. Peekaboo. Okay. I've pre-made my titles because I love using my Cricut, and of late I've been using a lot of the thickers up actually. And I've been missing doing my big, bright, bold titles. So, peekaboo. I think I was going to put it, yeah. No, it works. It's okay. And then I think that was going to be something like that. I don't think I like it on top. I think I'll prefer it if it just comes around more. Or maybe over there. Cute photos. They are very cute photos. Sorry, I have to keep remembering to look up and read what you're saying. They're very cute photos. These were actually taken at the girls' old primary school when I was doing P&C work, and they were probably bored in waiting for me to stop communicating with whoever it was that I was talking to at the time. And yeah, I think, what year was this? I think I've written it down. Oh, 2012. So both the little ones weren't at primary school yet. This was still for Taylor. So when she was in primary school. that works. Now I think I'm going to use colour ink. I think we just need, I think, a brown. I know that sounds a little weird because everything's nice and bright, but I want this to be in the background. Maybe frayed burlap. It's not too bright, so it's not too dark. It's not like a big broody mission brown, but, and I like to stamp it just randomly. See how it's going to give extra texture, but it's not, you can't read it. Like, it doesn't actually say anything. Well, it does say stuff, but the way I'm putting it on, you can't really see it. You had some lunch? Oh, check out Jen's lunch. Dead set. That's pretty good. Nice lunch, Jen. Awesome.
Dad had the same thing.
Awesome.
No grapes. You can put grapes in there.
You can put grapes in it, Jen. There's nice black grapes out there. How good are the grapes at the moment? They are so good. There we go. Now that's added a little bit more in the background. It's not a lot. It's not in your face, but it just adds a little bit of pop. Okay. That. And you know what? This is going to come together super uber duper quick now. We need to colour the title that goes on top of here. So, geez, I'm having trouble with my Cricut lately. Don't know what's going on. It's cutting. It cut all right today for me, which was wonderful. Can I just sit this out of the way for a second? So that's the background, and this is the actual title. So that's the offset, and that's the actual title. Now, I think we need to go some nice bright colours. Let's just, I don't want distress inks. Let's use oxide so they're super duper bright. Now, blue. Okay, so we're going to have some blue up there. So maybe broken china. Broken china, tumbled glass, pink, blue and yellow, pink and blue. There is a lot of pink on here, but you know what we could do? We could just flip the script and really highlight all the greens if we wanted to. There's only 2 lots of orange, and there's very little orange in the florals. So, and there's not a, there's blue. Let's go with blue. Maybe peacock feathers, because that'll pull out these darker little tiny bits. Peacock feathers, and what do you reckon? I've apparently been using the wrong blade on my Cricut. A heavy cardstock, new blades coming tomorrow. Yes, I did do, that was definitely something. Have you missed a bit? Hi, Michelle. No, you haven't missed much. This is all we've done so far. I'm doing 3 layouts, so, and they're all just going to be mixed media, sort of heavy. Give it a go with just some different bits and pieces. Salty Ocean. Whenever I do something like this, I try and mix it up a little bit. No, I think it needs a contrast. So maybe peacock feathers and a yellow. Let's go a yellow. Which one do we want? Squeeze lemonade, wild honey. Oh, see, wild honey throws. I think we need a bright yellow. I think we might have to go mustard seed. Mustard seed or lemonade. Let's go mustard seed. Peacock feathers and mustard seed. What do you reckon? Sound all right? Off and on, I've been frozen. Oh, why is it doing that to me today? It's working perfectly at my end. Playback speed, normal, auto.
Is there a problem with it?
I've just... Oh, people are saying that it's pausing.
The kids are watching videos online.
Okay, well, can you boot them off while I'm doing this? Sorry, it's my kids. It could well be my kids. They're online and blue and pink. Okay, let's do blue and pink then. Let's do, I reckon, broken china. Broken china, because that will go nicely with that. I'll pull that out. And maybe picked raspberry. Picked raspberry or kitsch flamingo. Okay, you're going to help me with the pink. Out. I've been waiting on Facebook. Oh, sorry. I thought I don't know how to do it on both at the same time. So that's something I have to learn, because I really enjoy doing the lives when I can talk to you guys. I think that's what picked raspberry looks like, and that would go really well with that one. Do you reckon? Picked raspberry. Yep, okay. Decisions made. Picked raspberry and broken china. Let's do those two. Now we'll just get this one out of the way. And I'll move that pink out of the way so I don't accidentally get it. There we go. And I'm going to use the finger daubers for this, because what I've noticed with the finger daubers, why do I use them probably more than most of my other supplies? Because they hold the ink in them, and it sort of like suspends in the dauber, and they're dirt cheap to replace. And I find that I can, like this one here, you can see it's got heaps of, so I haven't put this anywhere near. Okay, I think it's pausing again. Okay, so this one hasn't been anywhere near the pink raspberry, and this is how much ink is still in it from the last time I used it. So for that reason alone, that's why I use these. So of course, just, yes, I just did waste that little bit of ink, but that's not the end of the world. Okay, pink on top, blue on the bottom. Yep, let's do it. I love picked raspberry. I absolutely love this colour, and luckily I have girls, so I get to use it. Refreshing the page seems to work, if that helps anyone. Okay, my kids are no longer streaming, so hopefully, I don't know if that's what's doing it. I know I've had issues with loading up videos lately, but I thought it was me, because I thought it was me loading too many videos at once. Do you find the finger daubers easier to use? Yes, absolutely. When I use the other tool, these ones here, I find it harder. Like, it's easier for me because I can stretch my finger out. I can do just little movements. Whereas when I use one of these, it's more in my wrist. So that's why I prefer to use these the bigger brushes. So these brushes, they're good for a large area, but yesterday after I did all that ink blending, my hands were really swollen. And the mini brushes, they're super easy. So if I had to pick two things that I absolutely love the most, it would be the finger dobber and it would be the mini brush. They're my two. But ink blending, these things, they're the bomb. Absolutely love them. They're fantastic. And I find with the ink, with the ink daubers, I've just bought a container of them and I just replace them with, where'd I put it? I just buy more packets. I think they come in a pack of 10. And I just replace them when I need to. I just replaced a couple of them because Jen used them on a different ink and she didn't realise. I do keep my daubers for my distress oxides and my distress inks. So these are my inks and these are my oxides. You can use oxide on an ink, but you can't use an ink on an oxide. Does that make sense? Something to do with the inks. So, yeah, that's how we do that. Now I've closed it up again. I've got to get it open again. I hate putting them back in though because I always get ink on my fingers. Yeah, honestly, they are fantastic. And I've found they actually work really well with the pens. Actually, there was something I wanted to try. I saw it. I will do that. I'll get this done so it can dry. And then I want to show you something. I saw it online and I don't know if it's a trick. You know when you see something and you go, that can't work like that. Apparently it does. Oh, just went too high. Oops. Oh, there's that bell again. See, like all of that, I just inked up all of that off one swipe on a finger dauber. So for me, that gives you bang for buck as far as I'm concerned. Now, something I wanted to try the other day, I saw this while this is drying. Let's have a play because I want to see. Actually, I'll just do it on here. Oh, it's out there. Honey, can you bring me the Vaseline from out there, please? I think it's on the coffee table. This is so weird, but if this works... Oh, the internet is being a pain. It's not? Oh, it's not here either. Oh, damn it. I was going to try something then. Oh, well. I saw a thing the other day where people were using watercolour pencils and the blending medium they used was Vaseline. So... where did you get the box? That was from Amazon. So I ordered this set, which was the black set, and it came in a box. So I ordered that one. It was about... When I'm finished, I'll make a note when I'm finished and I'll pop the link up in the below. It's not an affiliate link. It's just, I don't have an affiliate thing for Amazon. But I'll put a note here to link daubers. And that's where I paid a little tiny bit more for them than just buying the daubers from eBay or whatever. But I wanted the case. You don't know where it is? Okay. Done. Okay. So my Vaseline's disappeared. I just remembered it and now it's gone. So the kids have obviously taken it somewhere. I was going to try what the Vaseline was like with the watercolour pencils. Oh, now it's dropped out completely. Oh, and my back. Rightio. I'm going to keep going. Let me know if I'm still here. I don't know what's happening. Can't watch, my internet keeps dropping out. Okay, it must be. I've got a funny feeling it's at I don't know if it's at my end. Is everybody else's internet out there all right? Yeah. Okay, because it's not in here. Okay, hopefully it's still, internet's fine. New Zealand. Hi Mel, how you going? For me, Cheryl, how you going? Thanks for dropping in. I'm just going to keep chugging along and see what happens. Hopefully it's okay. My husband's looking at me. Is the speed and everything all right? Yeah. Okay, so it's not at my end. Okay. Well, that's a bonus. I do this sometimes because it's easier for me to then pick up the letters. That was a bit, felt all right, didn't it? Okay. Kickaboo. I like this font. It was really pretty and I thought it was very playful and childlike. That's why I chose this one. Nearly ripped my K in half. And there's my P. All right, move that one out of the way. Okay. Using the phone is better. Okay. I'm not having any internet problems. We have numerous things online. Okay. So is it happening at my... Oops. I think it's not working. Okay.
Are you seeing it happen on yours?
I've got a delay. Yes, I'm seeing the swirl come up. But that's on there, not on here. So, all right, I'm going to glue this title down. I'm getting sidetracked now with internet issues. Now, something that one of my awesome subscribers said to me, put the glue on the base and it comes up quicker. And it works quicker. And you know what? She was dead right. I did a slightly larger offset. Honestly, I think it's you, but I really don't want no checky stuff. Okay. Do you think I should, I don't know. I don't know if quitting out of it and starting again is going to work. Where did my scissors go? Bloody Optus, yeah. Well, that's who our internet's through to. So perhaps it's an Optus thing. See how it's doing that? Mm. That's us, I'm sure of it. See, I don't know if it's a... Yeah, see, it's going all glitchy. That must be us. I'm so sorry, guys. I had no idea it would do this. What do we want to do? Bit of these. Oh, missed a bit. No, I'm completely dropping out. Damn it. I'm so sorry. I normally have no issue with my internet and stuff. It's usually fine. But today, everyone's home, so... Did I do those? I do this all the time. Did I do bits for the middle? Yes, Karen. Yes, you did. Do we want to persevere or do we just want to do one? I don't know what we do. I don't know about you, but I'm getting it. Yeah, grab a snack for me. That sounds great. All good in Melbourne. It's not all good in Queensland. It's having a moment. That's so cute. I guess I can just persevere and see if it writes itself. What do you think? Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Jess. Public holiday and the usage has gone through the roof. Because people like me go, you know what, people might like her live today. I wasn't sure. I figured it would probably be more Aussies and Kiwis that would be home today and would want to jump on and say hi. That's terrible. I'm doing this from my phone, guys. And it's literally, it's an iPhone 11 Pro. Like it's not a cheap, dodgy one or anything. I'm just going to fold my leaves up. Like, look how far behind that is. I'm just going to fold my leaves up and stuff to get some extra. I just use my tweezers and sort of pushed my fingers around the end of the tweezers, and it just gives us a little bit of extra texture on the page. But when it goes in your album, if it squishes down a little bit, like, it's not the end of the world. But okay, so some people are fine, some people aren't. Okay, I'm just going to continue to try and just keep going, and I completely understand if you are glitching too bad and you have to go and maybe catch the replay, which is sad because I wanted to have live. But I also understand there is nothing more annoying than watching someone that's glitching constantly, especially considering I don't know how to fix it. My husband's feverishly working in the background to see if it's something that he can change or swap out. You know what I do need to swap out? This big chunk of white that's in the middle here. Just need to... Oh, I'm doing it on top of my new mat. Just realised it. Geez, if Janice was here, she'd be saying, "Oh, Karen." She usually picks me up on it. adds a little bit less white. I don't mind some of the white in there, but that was pretty bit full on meat. There we go. That's pretty. That feels so cool. I love feeling the texture paste. So it gives you, like, you can see that there's something there, but there's not. Like, you don't really know what it is. Okay, I'm just gluing that down. I'm gluing her down. Now, I wanted some of the leaves to sort of go up on the title. I know that gives people... I will watch the rest later. Bye. See you, Cal. Sorry. I pulled my phone out to see what's happening on that. Nothing. So I don't know. Damn it. You're used to bad internet. Yeah. You know what? Sometimes ours is okay, and sometimes... That's why we just said to the kids, can you just stay off it for a little bit and see if it's that. But clearly that's not the issue today because it hasn't changed. It hasn't done any better. It's just having a moment. Okay, lift up my little leaves. Bit of glue down there. Now the good thing is with art glitter glue as well, I just got to mention that you don't need a lot for it to glue down very, very effectively. Now I wanted these little guys to sort of go like that. And it worked. Yay. I love these florals. I love bright stuff, but I also love florals, I love mixed media, I love all that sort of stuff. Just folding up my leaves. And now the wind is back. Gee whiz. Doesn't rain at Paws today, hey? Should have folded these leaves up before I put it down. Where did you get your mister from? Oh, my water mister. This little guy I got from Amazon and it was $10 and it is fantastic. Absolutely love it. I love how it gives you a mist of water, not a big jet, because I find when I get a big jet of water, I usually make a giant mess. So that to me, I was swapping these over, wasn't I? Now I think I would like to have a layer of something under my children. What do you think? I reckon we could use some of this, some of the papers that are in here. Maybe a blue. I've just got the Paige Evans papers sitting next to me. Let's bring in a little bit more blue. I could pull out Vicky Boot and stuff, but I don't think that blue works. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. In theory, you would think it would work, but it didn't quite look right. Maybe I should go to the Vicky Booten section of my collections and that would work better, hey? One whole second. Tidy swap. keep all my stuff in these plastic bags because, as we know, as we go through collections, they usually match the next collection, or at least a stack of it usually matches. So, and I don't normally buy all of a collection. I've said that a million times, but I really don't. I just buy a few bits that inspire me. And, oh, colour study. Was this even a colour study page? I don't even know. No, this is Sweet Rush. So the paper I'm using for my background is Sweet Rush. But as you can see, this one will work perfectly because the colours are the same. So I'm just going to, oh, hang on a minute. That's super bright, isn't it? Do you reckon that? I actually really like that side. Few more flowers. Yeah, you know what? I don't have any more. That's the problem. And this is what I was sort of procrastinating with in the beginning. Like, do I use, because this is all I've got left of this particular page. I've got no more that I can fussy cut. Is it me? I think I'll go that way. I really like that. $17, $7, $12. Write the date down before I hide it. Many of the collections match. Yeah, you know what, Jess? I really like the green too. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to flip it over. I think that side is better. I know it's super duper bright, but I see nothing wrong with that. And I know I'm not going for the distressed look, but I think I could tear the edges and that will give me extra texture without extra bulk. It's bothering me that it keeps giving me the circle of death.
It's working on there, it's not working on there.
Okay. So it's working on your phone but not on your laptop. How many people are watching on a phone? Because my husband's phone seems to be working fine. But okay. Yeah, you're on the phone. So Chrissy, is yours all good? It's not glitching all the time? On my laptop where I'm reading comments, it's glitching. On the phone is best. Yeah, Julie said the phone's better too. I gotta be honest, I probably use my iPad and my, oh, that was a bit full on, wasn't it? Got a bit radical there. Joy whiz. That's better. I love this colour. And see, I'm such a Scrooge. I won't throw those bits out. I'll keep them in my Vicky Bouton bag of yumminess. Because the way I create, no, occasionally it glitches, but my piece is still frozen. Okay. I have no clue. This is a learning curve for me, I have to be honest. So, I'm trying my best. I'm learning. I've learnt so much in the last year. So much. Like, it's crazy the amount I've learnt. Okay, so it's not working on the laptops, but it's working on phones. Okay, that is something I'm going to have to look into and figure out why it's doing that. So if you're on your laptop, if you jump on your phone, it seems to be working pretty much fine. I don't know what the difference is. I don't know if there's something I need to... yeah. Yep, exactly. I'll even show you my dregs. Like, these are my dregs that I just keep in the bottom here, where I've cut things up, or I've cut strips, and I just keep them all because they all go with the next one. Yes, please, if you can. Okay, so guys, anyone that's just joined, because I can see that people have just joined, for some reason, it's not wanting to play the game on laptops or PCs, but it works perfectly on your phone. Like, I've got my husband's phone sitting next to me that's independently doing its own thing, and it seems to be coming through fine. So that's better. Rip it a little bit here, rip it a little bit there. Do on a layout. I don't know why, but aesthetically for myself, it's yeah, I love my bag of Vicky Bouton loveliness. Honestly, I love it. All the bright colours and all that sort of stuff. It's just, oh, all the yumminess. That's better. Just wiggle it around. Take bits off here, bits off there. Get it to sit in where you want it to sit. Like that, like that. Now, because I'm not adding lots and lots of texture to this, of body bulk to this one, gotta love techie stuff. Mate, I can tell you, I can't use the words I use to describe. I get rather descriptive when it comes to techie stuff. And I can tell you now, the old YouTubes won't appreciate how I generally feel about the techie stuff. I'm learning a lot. I lean on my daughter, my eldest daughter, and my husband a lot when it comes to the techie stuff. I'm using glue because it's on top of that texture paste. For anyone new that's just turned up, there is a little bit of transparent texture paste in the background, just creating a little bit more interest on the page. There we go. See how quickly it tacks up and it's done? That was sarcastic. Yeah. I hear you. I hate techie stuff. And this is my chosen direction in life. Seriously. Okay. Oh, you know what we need? We need bling. We need bling, people. That's what we need. Let's go. Some blingy bits. Let's do some blingy bits. Let's move the water out of the way, the oxides out of the way, the blades out of the way. Let's do some nice little blingy bits. Do you guys use these at all? Do you use liquid pearls or anything like that? These things are so pretty. So, so pretty. I absolutely love them. I've been getting right into them lately. Really using more and more of them. Just, I like the little teeny tiny dots that they make. They're super cute. They work nicely. Bling. I love bling. I love it so, so much. Periwinkle. I love all the bling, all the shiny, all the everything. And these little teeny tiny dots. There's a lady on YouTube, and I started sort of looking to try and find someone that scraps like me, I suppose. And I found her, and her name's Sarah Millerhouse. And she, man, her layouts are gorgeous. I love her layouts. And yeah, believe it or not, I sit back and go, wow, I wish I used to use them once in a while. Not into shiny or glittery as much. Yeah, I go through phases, hey. I go through phases. I do really enjoy. I did a layout the other day using the new Simple Stories layout. What's it called? Simple Vintage Light. Oh, Simple... I'll tell you what it's called. It was the green one that I did. A green sort of... Hang on a minute. Dun, 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 Distress Oxide Vintage. Happy Memories. It was that one. Simple Stories, Simple Life. That's a really nice... yeah, that's my book, by the way. Sorry about that. That's my book that I jot things down as I'm creating. Because I try and keep everything out, and then right at the very end, I go through and I write everything down in that book, and then I do my voiceover using the book as my guide. Dun, dun, dun. Is there another dark blue one? Can anyone see another dark blue one? Nope. So yeah, I absolutely love it. I like the bling, but I also like, I just used that, didn't I? No, I used that one. And then I used that one, yellow. I love the liquid pearls because you go so far with them. You get such a great look with it, and it doesn't add bulk, which is something I'm really trying to work on. I never used to add lots of bulk to my layouts, to my albums and stuff. I used to keep them quite lean when it comes to that sort of thing, but I might use some gold. Let's go, we'll go marigold. And these bottles last a long time too. Whoa, now that flower's got a blob. I love adding little bits like this. So this page has come together just with some fussy cutting, and once you add these extra little shiny bits on, I think it just lifts it up. It lifts the whole page. So now this one, I'm not much of a fan of the lines just all over, so I'm just going to create a centerpiece on it. Just create my own center on that flower. Why not? No one said you can't. That works, that works. Title. needs a border. I know it has a white border, but I think it needs another border. Bling. You think it needs more bling? I didn't do these ones. It is so windy here today. Is it windy down south? If I've still got all my southern... There was a couple in Melbourne, one in South Australia before. Is it really windy down there? Because, mate, it's windy up here. It's been windy for about 4 or 5 days. I think we need some bling. Let's add some of this stuff. Pink Fresh, gold, silver. Actually, that would probably go really well. That one. We don't really want white, do we? I reckon white. Pen border? Yeah, I agree. Your pen border, mate, it works. It works its magic. I absolutely love it. I'll do the pen, then I'll add those on. Don't let me forget. I actually think... My laptop... Chuck it away, Karen. Alrighty, let's do a pen border. Oh, these white pens are driving me crazy. I want to do a messy border and it's not working. Okay. Fine, you want to play dirty, I'll play dirty. There is my white Uniball Signo. This is my thin one. I wanted my broad one. It's okay. Where there's a will, there's a way, people. Don't worry. We always have backups. Don't worry, there's another box for that backup as well. That's what I wanted. I want a squiggly, messy border. Why? Awesome. Oh, I just touched my flower. You just see me do that? I knew I'd touch one of them. I usually do the border and then do the blingy bits. I have to come back and fix him up. I was trying to just do a straight line, but my pen choice is not the one I would prefer to use. So I'm having to just create a messy looking border like it was intentional. And see, when this is a video, this is when I tell you guys, nothing works perfectly every single time. Sometimes we just have to run with what work with what we've got. I love these pens, but sometimes they just don't want to work. Now it's working. It's because it was brand new. Come on, make it look messy. If I wanted this to be messy, it wouldn't have worked. Okay. Actually, that doesn't look too bad. I could live with that. What do you reckon? Just going to make a few marks on the edge. Just to make it look like it's supposed to be all messy. No wind in Melbourne. Oh, we've got it all this week. We've had rain. I mean, it's only Tuesday. We've had rain. We've had freezing cold temperature. Okay, all right, hang on before I say freezing cold. Queensland freezing cold. So it's been like 21 the other day in the morning. It was pretty chilly. I mean, you guys are probably all laughing going, it's way colder than that where we are. But here in sunny Queensland, we don't get temperatures like that very much. There we go. Now I have to fix that flower that I put my big old finger in. Tamworth is absolutely perfect today. Oh, I love Tamworth. Husband and I went there when we went to West Wyalong to visit some family, and we absolutely loved it. It was so beautiful. And of course, yes, we went to the Golden Guitar because, yes, my favourite singer is Keith Urban. And yes, he's from Caboolture, but that's not why I like him. I think he is just one seriously... Now I'm laughing. He is one seriously talented player, which is amazing. So I'm just going to put the date on here and I'll come back and journal later because, well, no one wants to sit here and watch me journal. That's a bit boring. 17th. There we go. All right. We're going to call that one done. No, we didn't put the bling on. Guys, I nearly forgot the bling. I think we can do some cool bling. I love these little trays. They're so good. I had no idea. 36 cloudy outstate. 36 Fahrenheit. Ooh. I don't know Fahrenheit too well, but I know that that's cold. That's a touch chilly. Give me some of that one and give me some of this one. And we'll use the smaller ones. Because, you know, why not? And we'll add a little bit of... Oh, now I didn't put my pin back in my glue. I like doing it like this. It feels more natural. Okay, and my little waxy pencil, which is amazing. And now it's disappeared on me. Oops. Got my husband's phone. Got my husband's phone so I can see that I haven't completely paused. There we go. Now, let's get some of these blings on here. I love these. These are so gorgeous. Cass, if you decide to watch this at some point, I will be buying some more of these. These are the Pink Fresh Studio iridescent, they're called. I think that's what they're called. Yep, clear drops, iridescent. They are stunning. See, these ones are exactly the same shape as the cheap ones that I got from Alina Crafts. And they literally look almost the same. Man, I nearly put my finger in it again. Luckily, it was pretty dry. Keep your hands off Keith. Yes, I believe he's Nick's, but you know, that's all right. We can fight over him. He's pretty cool. Absolutely love Keith Urban. Have you ever seen him live? I've seen him live about 6 times, which is pretty awesome. I believe my neighbours are being really nice, and I think they might be mowing my lawn. Which is wonderful, but I'm just going to shut the window behind me because it's just, yeah. Hang on a second. That's a bit better. I have the most amazing next door neighbours. When they get bored, they're a couple, they're twins, and they, every time they're bored, they will just come over and whippersnip the yard, mow the yard, get right into it, and I absolutely love it. It's fantastic. So, there we go. What do you reckon? Do you think that's enough bling? It could never be enough bling, right? But I think it all needs to be just in and around here. Looking forward to Queensland weather when I come. Yes, oh, Queensland weather in June is heaven for me. I actually, to be completely honest with you, I very rarely wear like jumpers and trackies and all that sort of bizzo. It doesn't get too cold up here, but in June, oh man, it is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay, I don't think I missed any of my glue dots. I love that. I love just that little bit of bling. It's so pretty. And then the liquid pearls go with it, and it looks super duper pretty. I love these. I absolutely love these pink fresh. Bobby sent me some because I thought that I might like to use them, you know. And she sent me some at Christmas time, which was absolutely lovely of her. And I loved them so much. Now that Cass has got them in the shop, I'm like buying them all the time. Okay, so that's layout number 1. Now, let's get into, I'm just going to do a very, very quick put everything back, because this is how I have to reset when I do a video, or when I do a layout or a video or whatever you want to call it. So just going to drop those down there and pick them all up later. And I'm going to move on to the next layout, which is, might do my puppy one. Okay, so do you want me to do puppy or Tweety? This one or this one? Beautiful. I absolutely love it. I love how that turned out. Totally love it. It's so pretty. I love that. And then I'm just going to do my journaling down there. So that's why that corner is kind of really empty. Okay, are we doing puppies or are we doing dress-ups in Tweety? Which one do we want to do next? Hi, Ange.
Hi.
How you going?
Tired.
Okay, okay. Sounds like a teenage life, really. I think we should do puppies. But Tweety would be... Let's get messy with Tweety. Puppies? Okay, we'll do puppies. We'll do puppies. We can get messy with puppies too. All right. Let's do it. My chair is so squeaky. It's so squeaky. It's textured cardstock. Where did my white cardstock go? Okay, I'll grab some. 2 seconds. The bonus to having a small craft room takes you 2 steps to get to your other supplies. Okay. How's that going to work out for you?
No, do it.
Do not knock all those.
Ah.
If you could have just seen what my middle child, Angela, just did, she literally just straddled 4 photo albums and that massive stack of 12 by 12 layouts that I put up the other day. She straddled that and it's all on top of another box. And I'm like, man, if that goes, I'm telling you, she straddled it. She did it. Not sure if she's going to do it again on the way out though. But
Watch me.
watch me, mate. Watch me. Lucky you've built those legs up with AFL.
I know, right? See? Did it again.
Did it again.
Too good.
So you're not doing anything exciting today?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Sweet. Sleepy little puppy. All right, now what was my idea for this? Because I know, move this one out of the way. Where's my little book? Okay, I had a plan for Tweety. Sleepy. Blobs, texture paste, and lunar paste. So we were going to get really messy with this one. Ready to get messy? You want to get messy? I'll get messy. I love getting messy. Okay, I pulled out some stencils. Oh, that's right, we were going to use Distress. That's what we were going to use. I was thinking about, for this one, I was going to use a stencil. And possibly this as well, I'm not sure. But I figured I would use those stencils. And this one was going to have, because Coco's sleeping on this one, I was going to make a border. Now, I need to trim these photos. I need to trim the photos because, you know. I was going to keep these guys together. This is our old girl. She is 11, turning 12 this year. So I'm going to split these. I was going to keep them together, but I figured I would do it like this. So who is she could be daughter's twin? With their talk, yeah. Yep. My kids are, look, I'm going to have a mum moment. I have got 3 of the most amazing children. I really do. They all are unique. I remember when I was pregnant with my second child, Angela, I remember I was so stressed. How was I going to possibly love another person as much as I loved my first person? Like, I struggled with that. I really did. It was a real struggle, let me tell you. And as time's gone on, I've realised, you know what? you wasted so much brain power on such a stupid thing, because you just absolutely adore all my children, and they're so talented in their own ways. And you know, Taylor needs a lot more encouragement to, that's how I want my photos, I think. Where is my, now this one, because we're getting all messy, I need to get my title. This is my offset for my title for my puppy one. I had these all pre-cut out, and I just used fonts from Cricut Design Space. Nothing fancy, just, you know, P-U-P-P-Y. Yeah, I absolutely adore my children. I love having them around. I love having my husband around, and family means everything to me. My little family is amazing, and I'm not one, I was never raised to be a bragger, if that makes sense. If you're an Aussie, you'll know what I mean. I'm not one that screams from the rooftops how amazing my children are and all that sort of thing all the time, but I could not be more proud of my 3 children. I really couldn't. You know, everything's just, they're just so happy and they get along for the most part. Very rarely do we have much of an issue. So, okay. I think I'm going to do it like that. I was going to do, maybe I'll do that on the next, one. This one was going to be, okay. And Deb wanted me to use, just wait until you have grandkids. Yeah, see, that's the thing. My gut sort of tells me, can I love them as much? Like, I guess you do, don't you? I can't wait for that to see. I mean, I'm enjoying where I'm at in life at the moment. So I'm really happy with it and with our life. I mean, I would love my father-in-law to be able to get better, but that's not going to happen. My dad is doing well. My mum's doing well. Everyone seems to be doing well at this point. So, and everyone's happy. So that's always a bonus. Okay, so that's where my photos are going to go. I'm going to just, I do this all the time. I do it dark. I need to buy a lighter lead for my pencils. So I always do it really dark and then realise that I need to trim it. Okay, and then I can fit my title down there. Seems to be working fine on the phone. It's glitching on there, but it's just on the phone. I don't know what it's doing. I don't know, mate. Being a pain. Okay, now this stencil I have used extensively. Okay, that is just pathetic, but I'm going to laugh about it because that's who I am. I laugh at myself. Okay. What technique do we want to use? I know what we're going to do. Let's get extreme. Do you want to do extreme? Let's do extreme mixed media. This is going to be hardcore. Ugh. If I can get this bottle open. Need to get gesso. I have to add gesso. I meant to order that with my order. I really like this Finnabair Art Basics Clear Gesso. Really like it. As well as, I bought one of these, didn't think that I needed it, but I thought, you know, I'll buy it because everyone's using them. Mate, these things are excellent. Love them. I'm just putting gesso on this because this cardstock is just my Poppy Crafts El Cheapo flat white cardstock. Nothing fantastic about it. Super dirt cheap. I order it from, the last time I put an order in, from Crafts Online, and it comes in a 10 pack, and I just love it. And then I just coat it with a little tiny bit of gesso and bingo. It's exactly what you need. Okay. Now, because these are distress crayons, I reckon while that dries, pop it over there while it dries. And then these photos could be, I could use any colours on them. So it totally is not an issue. Different love for grandkids. Yeah. I imagine it would be. Don't mind me, I'm having a drink in my extra. I love this cup. So it could be any colour. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to town. We're just going to use, these are the only distressed crayons I have, but I do have the cheaper, like, I will show you. Everything for me in this craft room is within arm's reach. So whenever I say I'm going to show you, I don't even have to get up. So these are gelatos. These are the cheaper versions. I use the Montmartre ones, and I use the Faber-Castell. Is that what you call them? Now, they work exactly the same as these, okay? It works exactly the same. So any techniques you see with these, you can use with these. Now, stick everything back on the shelf. We're going to stick with this color scheme. Do we want to go with, let me see, let's see what color scheme we like. Those three. Or do we want to go those? No. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, no. What do you reckon? Which color scheme do we want to go with? Blues or yellows and greens? 1 or 2? I'm going to hold my hand there while I do that because I will forget that I said 1 or 2. Pink and green. Pink and green. This look maybe? That, and that. 2, 1. So there was a 2, there was pink and green. Everyone's running with 2. So these ones, go with these. Yep. Think we're running with 2. That side, we can do that. Let's do that. We'll slip these ones back in here. 2, 2, 2. I love that. Now, these little fellas. Okay, this is my biggest, you want to know what my worst habit in a craft room is? Getting to the end of a layout and not putting everything back where it was. It's something I've had to teach myself to do during the last year, because you cannot create 6 layouts every week with chaos around you. I find chaos in my room creates chaos in my brain, and then I can't. To sound cheesy, it blocks my creativity. Like I can't get my brain to get around it. Okay. Done, done, done. And then I'm going to, that's picked raspberry, isn't it? And that's picked raspberry. Mermaid Lagoon, peacock feathers. Peacock feathers and Mermaid Lagoon. Okay. This is something I wanted to show you guys in a video, but it's really hard when I speed everything up. So, the really, okay. Sorry, I just received a text message from honey, sorry, can you come here for a second, please? Sorry, I just got a text message come through on my phone. So, Anthony wants to know if you've got any whippersnipper cord.
No. I think I've used a lot.
Can you go and suss that for me, please? Okay. Like I said, best neighbours in the world. So these colours and these colours, they literally match. It's so good. This is why I've gone down the distress route, because everything matches so perfectly. All right, let's do... So I got my bit of plastic here. I'm just going to do it on here first. I go to town with my products. I really do. I have no fear in using... Just get in and use them. You paid for them, you've got them, use them. And that's the one thing that I love, guys. Like, and I want to also say thank you so much for agreeing to let me turn the skippable ads on YouTube, because that is the way that I'm able to give back to you guys with the next giveaway. This is where this comes in handy. It's perfect. See, it just adds a light mist. And where's my brushes? Now, I don't use my good brushes when I'm using oxide ink, because I'll show you what it does. This is what it does to it. Can you see? See how it's all chalky? And you can't get that out. So I use certain brushes for oxides, but these guys, they're perfect. Sorry, you can hear things in the background. Let's do... do some of these in the center. You can make this so much darker. I'm just showing you first a way that you can do this so it's cheaper. It's cheaper. I just want to show you a couple of different ways. You can literally use these like a watercolor. Now that, for me, for this particular layout, is not really as dark as I would like it. That's okay. You can build it up, so it's fine. I'm going to use the blue. I'm just melting it all together with that bit of water that I sprayed on there. We might do blue on the bottom. What do you reckon? I love it. I love the watercolor look. Now, while we're doing this, our background is drying. Does everyone have these? Do you have the distress crayons at all? Or do you have gelatos? Are you like me? You've got the cheap ones? Actually, I wanted to tell you, Aldi this week in Queensland, so I don't know if it's in all states, but the watercolor pencils, that is not what I'm talking about. I've gone off on a tangent. Where are they? These guys that I bought last year and tried out, they're watercolor brush ink markers. They've got these back in stock in Aldi this week. So if you want to have a play with them, they are fantastic and they are dirt cheap. I think they're only like, oh, what's the price? I think they're $8.99 or $9.99. They're not very expensive at all to give them a play. So if you want me to do something with that during the week, just let me know and I can do a layout with that to show you how to use it or show you how I use it. Now we'll do some peacock feathers up the top. Now I'm going to do a different technique on the actual layout, but this is just so you get the same product and you can use it a couple of different ways on a layout and get a completely different look. So using it like this, it's more of a watercolor setup. Now I'm really not happy with how pink that is. I want that pink to be brighter. Do you agree? Didn't rinse my brush out, now it's purple. Whoops. Oh well, happy accident, I suppose. Still goes. Now it's purple. Oh well, we will just deal with it. Okay, I'm just going to pull that off because that will allow it to dry a little bit quicker. Left everything on there. Awesome. Before I put my hand in this, I will fix that. Now, pull out these bits in the middle. I'm only pulling these bits out. I don't normally, I just normally leave them there. But when I use a wet medium like this, and because I didn't put gesso on these bits, I'm going to let them dry on here. They don't take that long. By the time we're finished with the layout, it'll be ready to go. So there we go. I'm okay with that. It's not it's not pink because I mixed the blue, but I'm okay with that. She'll be right. Now, this is dried. Now we can really have some fun. Is it where, yep, it's on the right angle. Right. Now, I want to use this guy. And I want to use, I want to have a play and see give me that and a, where has she put it? Jennifer has moved my wet wipes. Jen, where did you put the wet wipes that were on the end of the table? Please.
I'm not tall enough to go over that.
Where are they? Oh, thank you. Okay. I'm going to use a wet wipe. Now this could be a huge fail, I'm not sure. Never done it before. Let's see what I can do with it. Way too light. No, don't like that. Scratch that. Didn't work. I did it so you don't have to. Now, the other way that I was going to give it a go, something else that's different. I wonder, for some reason, this particular pink let's see if that will be better. Oh, that's a bit better. So I'm just using a makeup sponge, just the Kmart makeup sponge. It's not anything fantastic, nothing special. Computer keeps going. I hope that didn't deafen everybody. That's my alarm to go and pick my kids up. So when I'm deep in the world of scrapbooking, that's when it reminds me to go and get my kids. Don't forget your children. This is working really well, actually. I wanted to try something other than just mixing it with, you know, because sometimes you look at a medium. Well, I do. Hey, Sonia, how you doing? Tad late, better late than never. Absolutely. I'm always late. I'll be late for my own funeral. I can assure you. Without fail. I am the worst. When it comes to, you want to talk about late, right? When it comes to getting my kids to their events and stuff, I have to rely on my husband because I'm hopeless. Hopeless. Absolutely hopeless. Now I'm going to do a different colour. I wanted to go back to what I was saying. Squirrel. Sorry about that. So what I wanted to do is use it in a way that I don't normally use it. So when I do this, usually I add water to it like I did on the title, or I mix it into a texture paste or something like that, or I use it as a watercolour. But I wanted to do something different because we're doing a live and, you know. Oh, you crafting the, you know what? I'm so lucky, Deb. I have, it is not lost on me, let me assure you. I'm very, very privileged to have my own craft room. It's been quite a few years coming in the making. Oh, look at that. How beautiful is that? The blend. Guys, this is a technique you need to try. Whether you have the cheap ones or not, buy some of these Kmart sponges. That's what they are. They're just Kmart makeup sponges. Foundation and primer powder, whatever they're called. They're like $2 or $3. They're not much. And this is going on like a dream and blending. Well, I suppose these sponges, that's what they're designed to do on your face, aren't they? So they're blending beautifully. I'm really happy with that. Now, because it's a crayon, that's what's allowing it to blend so nicely as well, because it's a, sorry, that's my dog. She's in here with me. She hears an odd sound, she'll let me know. Won't you, Lex? Lexi. I actually bought yesterday, I've got to tell you. Going good, excellent, good stuff. Yesterday we ended up buying my Chihuahua, we ended up buying her a set of stairs to get up onto the lounge, because my little Chihuahua, I know you see lots of photos of her and stuff, but she's a tiny little Chihuahua. She's a feisty little thing, but she is, believe me, she knows how to snap, snarl, and stand her ground. She thinks she's a giant dog, I'm sure of it. But that being said, she's hurt her ACL, and apparently in small breeds, you don't need to have surgery on it. You can let them heal it themselves. And she's healing up. She's like, this happened a few months ago, and she's healing up beautifully, not a problem. Problem that she has now is she now realizes why we have always said to her not to jump on. That's what, sorry, I'm hearing feedback and I can't work out why. It's on my husband's phone. He's got the volume turned up. That's all right. I've literally got 3 devices going on in here at the moment, 4, including my camera. So yeah, so she was healing up nicely, and we've constantly tried to tell her not to jump. Don't jump, don't jump. She won't. She will not listen. She will not be told. Started playing the room. Yep. Yeah, you reuse them. I reuse them all the time. These things are fantastic. And I just chop the end off it. If I use acrylic paint, I don't bother rinsing it down the drain or anything. I just chop the end of it off and then I use it again on something else. Okay, now I don't want this to be actually square. Oh, that looks really nice. Check it out. When I get all the extra chunky bits off. Couple of chunky bits. Let's remove them so they don't go rogue on us. Just remove those couple of bits. Okay, this bit here in the center. Now I've got to figure out which way I had the stencil. Like that, Karen. Like a glove. Now this stencil does happen to have a tiny bit of residual adhesive spray on the back of it. So that's why it's staying down for me, which is really good. That works. That's better. That looks so pretty. Oh my goodness, that looks so pretty. Absolutely love it. Now I'm going to turn it up the other way because that will be easier for me to not get in the way. like that. That'll do. Oh dear. Okay, someone thinks they're a hero. As long as they don't crash. Sorry about that if you can hear the hooning. Apologies. Someone thinks they're all that and more. And believe it or not, I live right next to, near the police station. Oh well. What are you going to do? Let's hope they don't injure themselves or somebody else. That's what bothers me when my eldest daughter takes them out. How often do you spray your stencils? This one I've sprayed once and it was ages ago and it's still pretty tacky, I've got to say. Like, it's pretty good. I don't spray them very often. I give them one coat and I think I've only had one stencil that I've had to respray when I used it. So, to be honest, not very often. And I just use the Kmart, and I think I've shown it to you before, but Kmart, the Spotlight adhesive spray, Crafter's Choice spray adhesive, and stinks like there's no tomorrow, but it works a treat. And it doesn't bother me that my stencils kind of stick together a little bit when how I store them. That doesn't really stress me. I'm not too worried about that. I love how this blending sponge is letting me really blend these crayons in together. They're really blending nicely. Only bit of advice I can give you is when it comes to, if you got any chunky bits on your mat, don't pick up the chunky bits because then you end up with the chunks that I had to get off down here. But if you do that, like this hasn't really taken me that long. Now, I'm gonna need some more pink. For some reason, okay, it could just be me, but this pink seems to be a bit more translucent than I would like it to be. But that's all right. See how I've got a little tiny chunk on there? If you get that off, because I'm finding that's what I need to sort of pull off down the bottom. It just blends like butter. Love, love, love it. I wasn't too sure how far up I was going to come, and I've just realised I've come up really high, so I'm going to have to re-go down the bottom. What do you reckon? Yes, it's blending beautifully, Sonia. You've got to give it a go. The Montmartre, I wonder if the Montmartre ones would blend as smoothly and as easily as what these guys are. You know what? Why don't we give it a crack? Loving, loving, loving that. Okay, I think we probably need to bring this bit down though, because now I've overdone it at the top there. And now the blue and the pink has mixed together a bit. I'm getting that purple. Oh, okay, I'm getting a real purple now. Okay, I'm backing off the pink. I need to do some of these to bring it down, otherwise it's not going to look right. This just blends together so smoothly with the sponge. I have a wet wipe next to me to clean my fingers off because I'm touching the stencil all the time. Should have got out my hard plastic tray, but I figured I could just reuse this bit. Hang on, we got a chunk, people, we got a chunk. Remove said chunk. You know what? I think I could do that. There we go. That looks good. I think that works. That looks pretty cool. What do you reckon? That looks awesome. Lines. Yes. So we make sure it looks like it's supposed to be like that. We'll just do that, and then it will look like it was meant to be that way. That actually looks pretty cool on the edge. See? Make your mistakes into something that it's supposed to look like that. There we go. Now it has lines on it as well. I just used a gesso brush. This gesso brush has, my kids used it and they put paint on the end of it. There we go. That'll do. Should be right. Okay, I just gotta... Do you want me to see if the Montmartre one works just as easy? What do you reckon? Love it? Yeah, I reckon it looks pretty cool too. Night, Chrissy. Thanks for dropping in. I'll chat to you later. Where's the night ones? Let's have a very quick look and see if these guys I'll use a just use a blue. What do you reckon? Use a blue and I'll use a pink. So as you can see, they do exactly the same as what the distress crayons do, and I will get a scrap piece of paper, cardstock, use the same stencil. That was easy, wasn't it? I will use a different sponge though, because, you know, for consistency, hang on, for consistency, I say, well, my stencil probably now has a very liberal coating of Distress Oxide. A very liberal amount, but that's okay. Dry it off. Done, done. Now, stick it on there. Let's see if these guys work the same. Sorry, my laptop is banging on the wall. Sorry, don't mind my arm for a second. Just pull my laptop forward. So there's some blue on there. Now I'll get some pink on there. These are, I mean, mine are about 5 years old. They are they're harder, like they're not as soft and creamy. But that doesn't generally bother me. You just got to get it onto the sponge, really. And I'm doing this onto white textured cardstock, the American Crafts white textured cardstock. So, okay, let's see the results. Sonia, what do you reckon? Oh, that's so pretty. That is so pretty. It totally works. So there you go. That's the result of the Distress Oxides, the Distress Crayons. And that is the result of the other ones, the Montmartre ones. So if you don't have the money to buy the Distress Oxide ones, the Distress Crayons, go the cheap ones. They work just as well. Mine are probably, because they're a bit older, that's why it took a bit more for me to get them onto the sponge. But you know what? It looks pretty cool. It works. Totally works. Okay, let me when my page warps a little bit like that, I just sort of run it down the edge of my table and it just flattens it back out again, which is really, really good. Now I'm just going to clean my fingers because we know how crayons and distress products work. Okay, got that. Puppies. These guys have dried. So I will add those to, I'm creating a crafter lunch, people. If you're wondering what's happening off to the left and the right of me, chaos. In a word, chaos. Okay, sleepy little puppy. Okay, so we'll do puppy first. They're perfectly dried, so it doesn't take very long. That little bit of water on them. And then okay, gone silent. Yeah, maybe if I dampen the sponge a little bit. I'll give that a crack in a sec. I'll you know, that's what lives are for. Well, I reckon. You know, yeah, I've got scrapping ready to go, but you know what? We can play too, you know, or people may not have the supplies and they want me to play with them in the way they would like to use it. And I'm more than happy to do that. So, P-U-P-P-Y. That's so cute. I love using my Cricut. I love my Cricut. Do you have an electronic cutting machine, everyone? And if you do, what one do you have? And have you ever had another one? I used to have a Cameo, Cameo 3, Silhouette Cameo 3, and I couldn't use it. Dead set. It was a technology that I could not get my brain around. So I bit the bullet and I decided to, you don't have one, Deb? Look, they're an investment. I will be honest, they are an investment. But for me personally, like creating my titles like this, allowing me to use the mixed media, so I've cut out 3 titles on 2 sheets of American Crafts cardstock and coloured them perfectly with the products that I've used on the page. That to me is money well spent, you know, on the Cricut. So that's just me personally. But, you know, other people, I mean, it is a lot of money to shell out for one. And I realise I'm extremely lucky, even though I have just very recently lost my job. It was just helping someone out and they had to downsize. So, unfortunately, I was the downsize side. But that's all right. It's okay. That gives me more time to create with you. No cutting machine. Alphas are sticking. Yep. Oh, you got the other scan and cut along with the Cricut Joy. Okay. Scan and cut. Talk to me about that. Do you scan, like, can you put a sheet of, for example, can you put a sheet of like floral papers into it and somehow program it to cut that out? Is that what it means by scan and cut? Been very curious about this. No machine there? No. Oh, look, I never had one. I had my die cutting machine, and it was something for me, the amount I was going to be spending on the dies versus being able to just universally cut out whatever I want. 2 Cricuts cartridge and never set up the maker. Oh wow, you've never set up the maker. So you have a Cricut maker, or what am I doing? Come back to that piece that I had. Let's try it with a slightly damp sponge. Sonia? Now I've got to find how I did it. Where was it? I can hear people screaming. Oh, it doesn't really matter, does it? Just turn it over. There we go. That'll work nicely. Okay, so I slightly damped the sponge. Well, that definitely helped it pick up the product a lot easier. Yep, that's the winner. That's what you got to do, Sonia. Just dampen, very, very lightly dampen the sponge. And it helps you pick up the product a little bit better. Yep, perfect. I actually thought the water would dilute the colour too much, but there's not that much water on it. So, yeah, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That is definitely an eye-opener for me. I never thought to check these two against each other like that, but I think you get almost the same result. That blue, actually, that blue is frighteningly close to the distress colour. That's pretty unreal. So there you go. Add a little bit of moisture and it's done. Okay, so let's read what you said. Yes, you can. Basically spent 2 years looking into it before yeah, that's what I've been doing. I love the Cricut. So for me, I've been curious about the scan and cut. I have a lot of stamps and dies. They were expensive to purchase. Yep. Scan cut. Oh, see, that's what I'm thinking. Saves die storage. Yep. Yeah. Yes, have it turned on. Really? Does the Cricut, okay, so I'm curious, why have you never turned on the Cricut Maker? I'm wondering about that because I had someone else that bought a Cricut maker, and she's not a scrapbooker or anything. She bought it to be able to make like tumblers and stuff like that. And she hates it, absolutely hates it. And I'm like, she said it never does what I program it to do. I can never get anything to work. And I mean, I guess that could be with all products that you buy. There's a learning curve on all of them. But I'm curious, very curious. Sleepy little puppy. Sorry, I'm having a bit of a converse rather than a bit of a conversation. Sleepy little puppy. Okay. Where did I put my photos? Oh, that is so cute. You know what this needs? And I know I do this all the time, but this needs black. This needs polarized. This has to be a polarizing moment. I think it will help make those colors pop. Okay. Rightio, guys. We're going to do this. I should work faster because you're probably all going, work faster, Karen, work faster. Okay. Get me some black cardstock just to give me an idea. Yep. That works. Let's get some black in that. No, maybe the black soot. We're going in. We're just doing it, boots and all, mate. It's either going to work or it's not. I know, this is a little bit scary. Let's have a little practice first before I destroy the entire layout. Let's do that. Why not just go to town with, whoops, I'm going to get this ink all over me. The only thing I hate about these things is having to do it. Okay, so yeah, I figured it would help. Okay, yes, never turned it on, but would like to one day. Yep. I think a lot of people, the design space, yeah, that's true. That is true. Look, I'll be honest with you, when it comes to the design space, I have probably touched maybe 2% of it, honestly, and I do a lot, like, you know, I do a lot. I think black might be too much. It was a really smart move. Okay. I like the black, but I think that might just be, maybe I just do it really, really light. Yes, light is the goer. Let's do that. Yeah, once you know how, it's not as intimidating, but it does take a little bit of get up and go. Like I was intimidated to start off with. I was very intimidated by it all, and too sure how I was going to go with, because I'm not very tech savvy, and I thought, to be completely honest, I thought I was just going to be in way over my head. And oh, this is black soot, by the way. like I said before, I don't usually use these daubers for this kind of purpose, but please look all right. Oh, that looks okay. I can do that. Just want it to be really, really light. So it sort of blends with the crayon, like with the crayon. Want some bits to be darker, some bits to be lighter. That just creates more texture. And I like having texture on my pages. Just do some bits darker. Maybe a grey. You know, I thought the grey as well. I thought that. But I think if I just do the black soot, but just do it really, really lightly. And it appears at this stage to work. You just got to be really light-handed with these sponges. I don't mind the corners and stuff having... Have I trimmed this down yet? I don't think I have. I don't think I've taken the edge off. I normally leave that... Oh, there goes the bell again. That's looking okay. I don't know why I still have my black cardstock underneath. You know, just to stress people out in case they're watching and thinking I'm going to destroy it. There's always, where there's a will, there's a way. It's my theory. It's what I'm running with. So I'll do it darker in the corners. Lex, it's okay. Lex. My dog's guarding the house again. Lex. Lexi. Gizmo's not even moving. I've got my daughter's dog in here with me and mine. Okay, I'm being so light-handed with this because this is like a distress oxide and it's black and it can easily overpower everything. But it's gonna be all right. I hope. Darken that up a little bit. There we go. I think that worked. What do you reckon? That looks cool. I can do that. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Yeah, I think that looked pretty good, hey? Okay, now, before I keep going, I will trim this down and try and remember that I've got black foot all over that stencil. I need to trim this down because I think it needs... Dun, dun, dun. This is how I blunt my blades. I trim it down after I've put all the products on there, you know, the gesso and stuff. But it's all right. I put a fresh new blade on there before, so it's all good. That one and that's what I think. I always do a 1/4 inch border. I never actually say that in my videos. But I like 1/4 inch border of 2 sides, and then that gives me like a 1/8 all the way around. Now, I have got me ink everywhere. I'm going to very quickly, I know it's annoying, but we all have to do it. I suffer with the fear of stuffing up or wasting. You know what? I was exactly the same. I used to stress about stuffing things up and wasting paper and all that sort of thing. But I've reached the point where I've gone, you know what? Sorry about the crackling there. You've just got to give it a go, because I tell you what, the amount of things that I've gone, oh, maybe that's just going to waste the product, or that's going to, oh, do I really want to wreck that really nice piece? And 9 times out of 10, and I mean this, 9 times out of 10, it's perfect. Perfect. And it comes out, and I love it. So that looks pretty cool. I definitely want to rough the edges up on this page though. We didn't do it on the last one, but I do want to rough them up on this one. That's going to sound amazing. These are the sounds that I can usually edit out if I do a voiceover. I love this cardstock for the fact that it's nice and sturdy. I can do this. Ooh, I am liking where this is going. This is going down a really good path for me. I like that. Now I think I need to go around this little guy. The school bell at the end of the street. Ah! Chuck it away. Oh, I have not... Uh-oh. It's a cool day in Queensland, and I haven't got my pin in my glue. I don't have enough to supply. Yeah. I could probably open a store with the amount of stuff I've got. And that is why I've decided, when I created this YouTube channel, I was going to use my products. Like literally, if I'm going to buy them, if I'm going to treat this as a job, which is like the best job in the whole world, and I'm going to do this full time, I have to use my products. So if I buy something, I use it. And when I do like the design team layouts for Craft Obsession, that is me using my products to the utmost. Like, there is no point. There's been years. I've had some stuff in my stash for, I call it a collection, not really a stash, but people know it as a stash. In my collection, I have had some stuff for a very, very, that's better. Look at that. Am I right, Sonia? It needed the black around it. I genuinely think that we all do it. We know how much we spend on things. Our husbands may not, but, you know, actually my husband knows exactly how much I spend. But what's the point of spending all that on these beautiful products and then they just sit there and we don't use them? I should be using a finger dobber for this, because then it would be much easier to get in between the letters better. So I'm getting there. This is working. Goal for this week: set up and report back. Absolutely. Absolutely. Honestly, I mean, if you guys want me to do lives more often, let me know. I don't know. I think I'm not very interesting, but, you know, if you want someone to scrap with, I mean, I know we all sit down and we all scrap and we watch YouTube or we watch a movie or something like that. Oh, I've been on the Foxtel thing at the moment, and I've been watching the ID channel. And I used to watch him ages ago, and it's true crime. He's an actual cop, Kenda, Sergeant Kenda or whatever his name is, and I tell you what, he is so dry. It reminds me, for all my Aussie people on here, do you remember? Yeah, it does pop. Hey, it looks really good. Do you remember when I was a kid, there was a show, Australia's Most Wanted, and the guy that did the voiceover, he was so, his voice, it worked. Well, that's what Kenda's like. He has that same sort of voice, and it's pretty cool. And it's not too graphic either. Like, he explains it, but it's not PTSD dramatic. Okay, now we need to put some puppies on some black. I absolutely love this sort of layout. This is where I love going with things. Okay, my child has got me jammed in here. I'm looking for offcuts of black. I don't have to. You know what? We're going to do it how I usually do it when I'm on a video. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to pretend that it's the same. Then I can trim it down. So did everyone check out the, oh my God, Australian, yes. Oh, Barry Humphries, yes, that was so sad. I didn't even know. How many people, like, let's just be frank for a second. How many people have had hip complications with hip surgery that we've lost? Like, is it just me? Homicide Hunter, yes. Oh, he is so good. He is so good. And I've been binging that. That's what I was watching before I came on here. It's awesome. Dun, dun, dun. See, years gone by, I would never have done this. It has to be a full sheet or nothing. But Joe Kenda, that's him, yes. Oh, mate, he is so, so good. My Kiwi friend, Kel, she's got me onto a few things as well. Because I enjoy watching some paranormal stuff as well. Never at night time. Not when I'm scrapping at night, but when I'm creating layouts during the day. When I'm creating layouts during the day, it's cool. I just pop it on because it's usually my kids are at school and Taylor's always here, but she suffers quite a bit with anxiety and depression and stuff, so she's always floating around somewhere. See, years ago, I would never have done that because it looks messy, it looks wrong. Nowadays, I think it looks awesome. Come on, seriously. That one. And this little puppy. Okay, so that one's going down there and that one's going up there. Who am I kidding? Actually been binge. Oh yeah, I love Criminal Intent. I haven't watched that for, I flicked on a show the other day and CSI come on and I'm like, man, I haven't watched that for years. And I figure I probably should because I'm in that frame of mind at the moment. Oh, speaking of things that I like to watch, my husband informed me the other day that the next season of Heartland is coming out. completely different, like so different to Law and Order and stuff like that, and Poltergeists. But I love that show as well. And Virgin River should be coming out with another season really soon too. Law and Order. Sam as the DA now. No? Oh, okay. What do you guys watch that on? You're watching anime as well. I've never got into anime. I've always despised anything science fiction, but I broke my foot years ago, and I sat there one day and I watched the Marvel right from the beginning, all the Marvel movies, and oh, now I'm hooked. I absolutely love them, and that's why I always say 12% of a moment. That's because it comes from there. My kids get the joke because they've all watched it now. Actually, funny story. Restarted new one, Channel 10. Oh, yep, okay. What was I going to say? My brain just switched off for a second. Trying to remember what I was going to say. I've lost it. Got a hair bugging me now. Now, do you reckon this is going to let me fluff it up? Sort of. If I'm a little bit more gentle, it'll let me. Ah! How often do you do that? Whoops. She'll be right. Yeah, I'm always looking for new things to watch. I don't like gore, blood and gore. Okay, I get the irony of what I just said. I don't like lots of blood and guts, but I love like true crime. And I actually have been listening to a podcast on YouTube, and her name is Annalise, I think her name is. And man, she covers some stuff. It's like, wow, blows my mind. Okay, all right. I think we need to start gluing some stuff down because it's just waiting for Yellowstone. You know what? I never got into Yellowstone. I started watching and I was like, oh, I don't know if it's me, but I think I want to give it another crack. Like, right. Putting this down, people. We're doing it. Doing it. We're committing. Where's my little brick? I use this little brick to cut my tape because that's me from my mini album making that I do. I just lost. No, it wasn't. I thought it was my I thought it was my layouts, you know, my giant tower of layouts that I haven't put into albums yet. That was going to be my next job, to put those away. I've got ink. Hi, Tay.
Hi.
Taylor's in the room, guys. We're talking about shows that we like to watch. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. Hang on. Don't let me lose Deadpool. Question, yes? And Jen?
I have a question for him.
Oh, question for my people.
Because I don't know if I want popcorn or noodles.
Okay, popcorn or noodles, people. We need a decision maker. Jen and myself are useless. Well, actually, I make more decisions than anyone, but she doesn't know. Popcorn or noodles? What do you reckon? Can we vote? It's cloudy and rainy, if that helps make the decision at all.
This is my page of... Not this.
She'll be
This
right.
is not my page.
Glad I'm not the only one. Yeah, I say it all the time. You know what? When I first started on YouTube, so many people... Oh, mate, check out what I just did. Fair dinkum. Okay, now I'm throwing out all the Australian colloquialisms. Dead set. Look what I just did.
Bam!
It's all right. We can fix this. I think. All right, let's move the sticky thing away. Okay, popcorn. We've got one popcorn, one noodles. Okay, we need
That's
someone.
not helpful.
Sonia, you need to tell her, does she popcorn or noodles? You can be the deciding vote. Noodles. There you go. 2 noodles. Decision has been made. Executive
I'll just
decision.
close this down and then I'll...
Thank you very much, everybody. She couldn't make her mind up,
Thank you.
which happens very regularly. Okay, so I completely muffed it up. Trashed my 12 by 12. It's all good. We got this. Does anybody else watch Adele Toomey by any chance? Popcorn gets stuck in your teeth. Yeah. Thanks for using your distress crayons. I love the black and background. Yes. Not a problem, Julie. I will always do what you guys want me to have a crack at. That's what I will do. And I will also stuff up. See, even in live, I stuff up. Hang on. I need to go this way to try and get it straight. I'm going to have to trim this down because they're not, it's not going to be a true 12 by 12. But I can do that. Can't believe I did that. Did it on a live. Unbelievable. Kids are into the munchy food. Getting the munch. What is the time? It's 3 o'clock. I've been on here for 3 hours.
I know.
I had no idea. Maybe we'll have to pull it up at two layups. Okay, I will trim that down.
Have you told them about Aldi's stuff?
Aldi's pen. Yes, I did say about Aldi. How much were they? Do you remember how much they were? By any chance? Is it still out there? Because I had a stab in the dark that it was like, I don't know,
My bank account.
9 or 10.
Oh, no, my bank account.
For what?
For the Aldi watercolour pencils. These, not watercolour pencils. I keep saying watercolour pencils. Watercolour brush ink markers. They've got these in at Aldi this week. So for people that wanted them when I got them last time. Glue. Let's see if I muffed up my glue.
It's my BAM stick. That was really loud.
Okay.
Sorry, everybody.
That's just my child, you know. Ange being Ange.
It's a BAM stick. It's
A
her
BAM stick. Okay.
It's just a salami stick. She calls it her BAM stick. Because it hits her
Okay.
with a salami.
Oh, I've got glue and it's dripped on my photo.
Does it dry clear?
It does dry clear, so I'm just going to leave it.
Then he is okay.
Don't touch the dot.
It'll just be a little texture when it dries.
Yep. Little bit of added texture.
Can I show them, once I glue these down, what my page looks like so far? Because I haven't really been working on it.
Could you imagine if I left that S up the wrong way and glued it down? I used to watch, but not much now. Yeah, I used to love watching her, and I sort of wondered if I just wasn't seeing it. Like if people were, Adele we're talking about, by the way. But I think she's just all on Patreon now, which is, you know, her choice. That's her business option that she's chosen. But I personally, at this point, I don't really see myself going down a Patreon path at this stage of the game. My dog sneezed. I apologise about that. My doggo. So, do you think we need to bling this one out? Everything's better with bling?
Yes. That should be a title of one of them, and you just bling it out. Everything's better with bling.
Everything's better with bling. I love
should
bling.
name a page like that.
Yeah, bless you, Papa. She sneezes all the time. It's so cute. Gizmo actually builds himself up, and he does. It's okay. You're gonna laugh, but he sort of goes. Boo! It's so funny. It is the funniest little sneeze. You think his tail's gonna fly off. It cracks us up. It's so cute. We love it when he does like 2 sneezes. We're like, oh, he's gonna do it, and we all sort of stand around because he's usually when he does his like 3rd one, that's when he does that. It's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna learn from my mistake, and I'm gonna put my pin back in my glue. Okay, this needs some line work. Dun, dun, dun. What do we think? What are we thinking here? I'm feeling like it's not doing something. What do you reckon? I know what's wrong. It doesn't have any metallic on it. So we've got black in 1, 2, 3. No, we've really only got it in 2 places. We've got the ink and we've got there. That's the problem. We need to add some extra black. I've got this thing. Silver for the line work. Okay, we'll do silver line work. We have...
So what did we decide on my snack?
Noodles.
Should I add salami or not?
Bling the border. You know what? Silver and bling. Okay. Let's just do it and see what happens. Because I have to trim that down.
Because you can ask them what.
I know, right? You can ask and you can get feedback. It's like you're scrapping with people.
And when I come to
Bling, let's look. Alright, let's look at the bling. Seeing as I have it here, you can actually answer which ones you want me to use. Let's go helter skelter and just check these out, guys. These are so cute. What do you reckon? Do you reckon we should use some of these? There's silver ones, or there's these ones. What about the purpley coloured one? Okay, can you see it? Where's the camera? Can you see that one? Of course, bling. Exactly. Man, I'm so glad you guys are the same. So pretty. I think we're going to do these. Let's have a look and see what these look like. I love these. These are the ones that I got from Alina Crafts. And they ended up sending me. They wanted me to do like a review. Where is it? There it is. They ended up sending me, they sent me an email and stuff, and they asked me to do a review on something. Can we send you something to do a review on? And they sent me this, which was quite funny because I thought, that looks almost exactly the same as the Smasher Pad series that I just did. And then when I pulled it out, it's literally like paper and it's only one-sided. But like that is almost exactly the same as the Smash Pad. Remember that one? It's almost exactly the same. Quality, not the same. Only one-sided. This one's obviously turned over, but it's only one-sided papers, not two-sided. So, and they were like, I think they were like $6.99 or something. I think Craft Consortiums are definitely better quality, but you know, but their bling, I will definitely buy their bling. Yeah, go for it. That's pretty cute. Let's see. Can I be ridiculous and just go all the way around the border with it? Do you reckon that would be glue on the picture? Yeah, I know. I'm leaving it alone because if I swipe it, the blue one, yeah, that one. Oh, do you mean that blue or do you mean this blue? Do you mean this blue or the black blue ones? Oh, actually, they look better. What if I did? Where's my pencil? I know I just used it. It's impossible to get out, isn't it? I've bought sequins from Elena and they were good quality. Yeah, these are really... Okay, these containers are really crappy quality, but like the lids don't stay closed properly, but they come inside this little container, so I sort of wasn't too worried about it. But I think they're really good quality. They seem all right. The lighter ones, I think the lighter ones actually look better, to be honest. I love the black, but I think the lighter ones, and then do some pen work. I think that will work. So, where did I put my little triangle containers? Of course, that's right, I cleaned up. So I put them back. Now, I reckon a combo. See that one? It doesn't actually close.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What color should I do for the things down the bottom?
Ah!
What color should I do for down the bottom? That one or that one? Because that one is
The darker
border.
green. I'd use the darker green.
It's the border. I'll quickly test what it looks like.
I know I just dropped one. There it is.
Just in case, I'm going to test what it looks like.
I am going to go all over.
Okay. Mum, that's what it looks like. That's the darker green.
Yeah, the lighter and the dark, I think.
That's the color. Should I
Yep.
do that?
Yep,
Yeah?
absolutely. Okay, I reckon we do a combo of them too. Sonia? Sorry, Jen's just asking me some questions. She's doing some scrapping at the other end of the desk. Yep, I'm going to do... I'm just going to go crazy with these things. I think that and that will look good. Hey, what do you reckon? Let's just go crazy.
Take away. Alright.
Wherever there's blue, I'm going to put blue. How do I keep losing the pencil? How is that possible? Oh, because it went underneath. You can laugh now, that's fine. Sorry, there was a delay from all the repeating.
I'm not using it in life like I would. Even though I'm listening to music, it doesn't.
Penwork and bling. Yep. I agree. Let's just go to town with some bling. And it will bring this alive.
I want to play Heyday with all 5 of us tonight.
Yep. We can do that.
Yay! Do they know what Heyday is?
I'm sure they know what Heyday is.
Okay.
Yep, it needs bling. That's what it needs. So wherever there's blue, I'm just going to...
How do you get it to go? Or do you take long to do the stamping? Do you take a while to do the stamping? Like this?
Takes a while. Takes practice. I've just realised how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do like straight through the centre with the blue bling.
I'm basically colouring in with it right now. Okay.
I love using a topic that you don't have to. I'm going to have to get off now. Okay, no worries. Thanks so much for dropping in. Thanks, Deb. Have a nice night. This is a very long live, but you know what? People want to have a look. They might be scrapping. I just love doing this.
I love making pages with you. It's so much fun.
It is fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now I'm concentrating. So does anyone have any big plans for this weekend? This weekend coming? We've got another football game. And I thought we had a gymnastics thing, but we don't. I got my months wrong. I'm like a month ahead of myself.
But if you got the day right of the month wrong, it
Yeah.
would have already happened.
Exactly.
So you would have read the month and the day wrong if it was this week.
True, true, true.
After I finish this, can you say them?
Sure. We'll do a show and tell of yours and mine. How about that?
Yeah. Because I'm putting them along the bottom here and then clovers.
Footy in Melbourne started. Yes, awesome. No worries. Thanks, Michelle. Thanks for dropping by. This will be the last one that I'm doing anyway. So I was going to do 3, but I'm starving, to be quite honest. Starting to get hungry. So once I add me some bling on here and
later on, even though this one's not done for me, you could put photos up of my
yep,
picture layout thing.
yep, absolutely.
I love when
We love scrapping.
yeah.
This week my kids are back at school. Yeah, our kids went back last week. So it's kind of, we do 10-week terms no matter what. So it's doesn't matter what the holiday is. I remember when years ago, Easter was always at the beginning of the holidays, which meant you had a longer term. But for some reason now, they've made it a 10-week term. 10 week, 10 week, 10 week. That's how it works. So they do the solid 40 weeks and the holidays just land where they may, which is kind of frustrating. here in good old sunny Queensland.
Yeah, we have 40 weeks school and we have 2, 4, 6, 12 weeks off. 40 weeks on, 12 weeks off.
Yep.
You right, kids?
Kiz is having a good snore down there by the sounds of that.
Yeah, he's awake.
Or a good stretch.
He's awake and he went.
Sorry, mate, are we keeping you awake?
Yeah.
So sorry.
And it's a rainy day, so he's more tired.
Yep. Do the lighter ones down the bottom. This bling, as soon as you add this bling, it just came alive. I love it. Started Good Friday. Yeah, see, that makes more sense to me. That's what it used to be when my kids were younger. You'd have Easter in the middle of, like at the beginning of the school holidays. We have Easter at the end of school holidays now. Very, very, very annoying. Now, it makes it hard if you want to plan to go away or anything. I mean, we're homebodies, but...
We had at the beginning.
So, yeah. Yeah, this time. I could have probably mixed in some pink of these bits of bling too, maybe. I'm going to spill it. You know I'm going to.
Ta-da! Did another one.
Good job.
Just gotta do another one. And it's not gonna take as long because I've put it lower on the photo. Right now, this pink.
Mm-hmm. Vic is all over the place. Sometimes it's... Oh, okay. It's frustrating, hey?
What's frustrating?
The way the school holidays move makes it hard to plan vacations and stuff. And I mean, my kids are lucky because I'm home. That was a decision that we decided as husband and wife that we were going to do it that way. But it must be difficult for the parents that work full time. I don't know how they work around the fact that they have to have so many holidays and they don't really line up with times that they're off. Do you know what I mean? Like, joys of living on the border. Yes. Oh, so are you on one side of the border and your kids go to school on the other side? I know that was a big issue back when the whole pandemic thing and Queensland was like locked down. It was a big issue for people who were working and going to school on opposite sides of the border. Like, it was crazy. Diet savings. Oh, your best friend's in Caboolture. Cool. It's a good little town. I've actually lived here for my whole life.
My whole life.
And your whole life too.
Makes it 12 years.
originally, I was from Rathdowney, and then we moved to Caboolture when I think I was turning 6. It was in around my 6th birthday, and yeah, lived here ever since.
Ta-da! Can I put this in the water?
Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, wow, get my brain around that. Look, we're pretty lucky where we are, but the borders, I think the borders did everyone's head in. I mean, compared to other countries, I suppose we sort of didn't have much to complain about, I guess, but I mean, Queensland compared to Victoria, but I know it was a very unpopular decision having all the borders closed off. And because I've got a suppressed immune system, and so does Angela, it was a very frightening time because, you know, it was all treated so badly. And
Mom, is there any pasta that's already open?
I'm not sure, you'll have to have a look out there. Oh yeah, my girlfriend. Man, Caboolture is so different to Wagga. Like, Caboolture now, compared to when I first came to Caboolture, which was back in the very early 80s, it is like, I wouldn't call it a city, but it's definitely starting to become the outskirts of Brisbane. But no, I guess that's progress, isn't it? I remember when it was still one way, the main street was still, you know, just gutters, like country town sort of thing. And now it's completely different. But progress brings jobs, brings people, brings new experiences. So I guess we just run with it, hey? And hope it's all for the best. But
How far away are you from finishing that out?
not long. I've just got to do the line work after I stick all these beautiful little bits of prettiness down.
Are you putting it on every blue spot?
No. They're just going on here randomly, but the thing is, when you do this, you've got to put them down individually, which I actually find very, very, very relaxing. Believe it or not.
I'm going to see if there's any pasta.
That's what we need. Oh wow, that would have been hard. That would have been I never actually knew anyone, well, till now, that was caught up in that. It's hard. it was, I mean, look, I'm glad I wasn't the one making all the decisions because I don't cope with stress all that well. And yeah, I'm glad it was the politicians making the decision. I mean, no one's ever going to be happy with every decision that's made. But I'm glad it wasn't me making those decisions. Just saying. Just throwing it out there. Okay. So I don't make a big giant mess. I'm going to pop these back in here. I love these little triangle things. They're so good. Done. Done. I think my kids are making pasta. They've gone past noodles. They've just gone pasta. Okay, so I'll just do this little bit of line work. And then it will be good to go. I'm going to do silver down here. That's pretty. It doesn't stand out a lot, but it's there. You can see that it's there. I love these metallic Posca pens. They're so good. I don't use silver very often. I usually always use gold. Don't know why. Just do a little bit on. Now, I don't know how to do these bits perfectly, but I'll just do a bit on there and a little bit on there. Yeah, exactly. It's just enough. That's what I like about the silver. It's not in your face. My husband's on YouTube now, watching some YouTube stuff. Sorry, I've gone really quiet. I'm concentrating. Can you tell? Now we've got sirens going. It's never good. Okay, what do you reckon? Actually, that looks really cute. I like that. I might just do a little bit of added bits to draw your attention to the border a bit. If I do it over the top of where the black is, it will stand out a little bit more. Yeah, that just makes it stand out just a tiny touch more. So guys, this is probably me done. Been on here for hours. My family probably want to spend some time with me. So that's about it. So there you go. So that is, where's my other layout? Where did it go? My child has relocated my layout. Jen, where'd you put my other layout? Jen, where'd you put my other layout? Jen. Where did you put my other layout that was on here? Please. Oh, there it is. Couldn't see it for looking.
It's just that.
Thank you. Okay, guys. So these are the two layouts that we did today. Can you see both of them at the same time? Maybe. So these are the layouts that we did today. I will load this up to YouTube so that you can watch it back later. And I think they both look really cute in my simple kind of way. And this is Jen's layout she wanted to show you.
It's not done yet.
It's not finished, but she's still working on it. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for participating. And I will be back tomorrow with another video. Thanks so much, guys. Chat to you then. Bye.